Hey everybody, KACHOW. I hope you're all having a super magical day and welcome to my spoiler-filled review of the Rise of Skywalker. If you do not want this movie to be spoiled with you, do not watch. We'll be talking about the characters, the plots, any of it. I haven't watched the film yet. I'm filming this before I've watched it, so I don't know what happens, but I'll be talking about the movie. So if you haven't seen it, do not watch it as it will be spoiled for you. So this is your warning. If you haven't watched the movie, you don't want to be spoiled, turn this video off now. You have 3 seconds. Okay, great, let's go. So, may the force be with you. I'm so excited. So we are heading to the cinema now to watch The Last Jedi, The Force Awakens and The Rise of Skywalker. So we're going to be in the cinema for about 9 hours, which is kind of crazy, but super duper excited. I'm going to vlog some things, but really just want to really focus on the films, really enjoy it. And then I'm going to come home at about 3 AM and I'm going to do my instant review and then I'm going to upload this video for all of you. So I'm super excited. If you haven't done so already, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and comment down below your favourite part of The Rise of Skywalker. Super exciting. Hey everybody, so we're at the cinema and we've just found out we're watching in 3D and me and Dad, this is my dad, we're scared of 3D, so we're gonna get pewed in 3D, so we're kind of scared, but I'm gonna watch it now, so bye. Hi everybody, so what did we just watch? The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
We just watched it and it was so sad. And if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you've probably watched The Force Awakens, otherwise you're an idiot. So if you haven't watched The Force Awakens, ignore what I just say. But that Han Solo Kylo Ren scene in 3D, that was rough. There was tears from me and Dad. Whether he's good at me or not, I saw him do a little. It was just so sad. And the 3D glasses have given me a mark on my nose.
It was an itch.
Yeah, Dad was itching his face. He already told me that he doesn't like watching this film because it makes him so sad. Because he's like a secret Han Solo stan. But I think I'm going to try and get my dad to buy me the R2-D2 popcorn bucket. Don't know if it's going to work out, but I'll let you know. Also, I have a spot here now. That's kind of new. Okay, bye. Mission accomplished. Yeah. Hello everybody, KACHOW. So me and my dad are on our way back. On our way back from watching The Rise of Skywalker.
It was amazing!
It was so good. So I've had a lot of people message me. I'm trying to not read other people's opinions and I want to come on here with my personal opinion. So if you are still watching this video, there are spoilers.
Spoiler alert, spoiler alert!
Very much so. So my personal executive opinion of somebody who only just watched the whole entire saga 3 days ago, this was the best film out of the whole saga, in my personal opinion. It was one of the best movies where I've seen they've wrapped everything up well. There was no loose ends kind of things, everything fitted together.
Star Wars was better though.
Oh, what? Number 4?
Number 4.
Episode 4. Yeah, okay, now I've said that, I can't take it back because episode 5 is very good. Okay, out of the sequels trilogy, that was the best one.
And the prequels.
And the prequels. I can't right now comment on if it's the best Star Wars film, but it was a good one. Some of my personal favourite moments was when... Oh, this is so hard to pick a favourite moment. When Rey saved the day, because I'm all for women saving the day. Women empowerment is one of my favourite things, and I love that, and just how strong she was as an independent character. Obviously, Kylo Ren did come and make her come back to life, but she defeated Palpatine on her own, and with both of the lightsabers, so Luke and Leia were there with her, and it was just a very good, strong character female moment, and I really did love that. I also loved the Rey, Poe, Finn kind of combination. I think that was really cool, because it's kind of like Solo, Leia and Luke kind of vibes, and bringing that back, but with obviously new characters. I kind of forgot the whole film, even though we literally just watched it.
Oh my god!
I know.
It was so much.
There was so much going on.
Chewbacca was good.
Chewbacca almost died. Maz was good.
Richard E. Grant was a bit of a surprise. He had a big part.
Don't know who he is, but love that. Who's that?
He was the bad guy on the.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that. Him being the
sort of a general type. Dude.
Yeah, and then he was the bad guy. Are you on about that guy?
He was a bad guy.
Yeah, the guy. No, but the guy that was the spy.
Oh, we can't tell people that.
Yes, we can. It's a spoiler video.
Okay.
And then when he was the
General Hux.
Yes, when General Hux was the spy, I was shook. I didn't see it was him. Another thing I really liked about this movie is that I didn't, like, for example, when I watched Frozen 2, I knew what was happening when. I can't see what happened because my dad's here, my dad hasn't watched it. But when the things happened to those two characters, I knew it was going to happen. But in this movie, I didn't know anything was going to happen. I watched it and was shocked. Another thing I will say is this is one of the scariest films I have ever watched that isn't labelled as a horror movie. I thought it was very graphic. It was. I thought it was very graphic. Like when Palpatine died and like they showed you like the whole removal of his face. And at the beginning, I can't remember when Palpatine was in like his little cave thing, I was literally sat there, I was so scared. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. And as an example, my brother is going to watch this movie on Friday with his friend. And I'm like, oh my gosh, he's going to cry. So, kind of worried about that. But it was a very good movie. But it was definitely the most, like, violent Star Wars movie we've had yet, 100%. And, like, even when the stormtrooper...
No,
yeah,
Revenge of the Sith was worse.
I feel like Darth Vader's body is on the same level, is less scary than when Palpatine died. That was rough. And like he didn't have eyeballs, and his eyeballs came back in his head, and that was just, it was a bit much.
But he was on fire in Revenge of the Sith.
He was, but you couldn't really see it. Oh, another thing I really liked is that Samuel L. Jackson was in the movie, and that's all I needed for it to be a good movie for me. I'm only joking, but that was a good part. I really liked how they all came together, and like I also liked that how they were not with her at all for the whole duration of the movie, because she didn't need them. She could do it. And then in that moment of the final strength where she needed the Force, she needed that reminder, that was amazing that they came then. Like I think it's very good that they weren't there guiding her all the time. She had to come to her final point, give it all she got, and then they came.
You haven't done Princess Leia. We thought she was going to be in it for about 2 minutes.
Yeah, she was in it loads. And like my dad mentioned, like when they're doing the training, it was CGI. I couldn't even tell it was CGI. Like I thought that was the pre-film stuff. She was in it loads, which is good because I was told this was supposed to be her movie. Like each of them was supposed to have a movie, and I thought that was really good. I think the way that she died was really nice. Also, the Reylo kiss was everything I needed and more. Absolutely appreciated that. No, it needed to happen. That is my favourite love story. Like over Anakin and Padme, which was literally my favourite, like 3 hours ago, but it's now that one. I thought that was really good. I can't actually fault the film. Like normally I can think of something I didn't like. I can't think of anything. Can you think of anything?
It didn't need as many Star Destroyers in it.
Yeah, there was quite a lot of ships.
And that was a little bit naff.
What, you think there was too many ships?
Yeah.
Bit OTT on the ships.
A little bit OTT on the ships.
Yeah. But like the storyline plot was good. It made sense. It followed through. Palpatine coming back I thought was pretty ace. Like, I like that they used an old villain rather than trying to make somebody new. And also Kylo, like, the fact that Solo could, like, obviously it's nice that Han Solo was able to, like, persuade him to come, like, back to, like, the good side. But, like, he could have, like, not died and done that before now. So that kind of would have been good. But, like, I see why it had to happen that way. I also like that they both, like, tried to get rid of their lightsabers. I thought that was quite powerful. Like, that they wanted to get rid of their weapons as well.
And Rey had Force lightning.
Yeah, that was epic. So do you think that was because she is the grandchild of Palpatine?
Yes, that's the
And I
Sith
also
power.
like that she basically taught herself to become a Jedi. She didn't need to go through the, like, 8,000 years of training. She just taught herself. She got on with it. She did, but she didn't... Yeah, but think about, like, Anakin. Literally went from a child to an adult, and he did all those years. And then still kind of sucked in the end. Even though he's, like, my favourite character. But I really did appreciate... But, like, Rey just got on with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in the space of, like, maybe 3 years in the movie's time, like, their time frame, she was, like, the best... She was the best Jedi.
What do you think of the Knights of Ren? They didn't really have much of a
The
part,
Knights
did
of
they?
Red, what was that?
The Knights of Ren were the people who were following Rey, and the ones at the end which
The
had the
Knights.
driver killed.
Oh, those... Yeah, they were...
Didn't have much of a part,
SHIT,
did
they were not good. They were useless. He literally killed them all. And there was, like, 8 of them. So that I think that was a bit weak. Like, that could have been more of a battle. Because he literally had nothing wrong. But the force between the two of them, I loved that. I thought that was so amazing that they were actually bonded. And, like, that was really cool. What else was really good about the movie? I like that the Jedis come back in, like, ghost form. I think that's really awesome as well. It was just a really good movie. Some of the texts I've got, a lot of people were like, this movie was so, like, messed up. It didn't fall to place very well. It was really bad. I personally didn't see that, but I am somebody that I only watched the prequels Monday, so I hadn't I am not like a nitpicker kind of thing, which was quite nice because I've gone into this movie with like an open mind, open heart, because like over the past like 4 days I've basically fallen in love with Star Wars and like all the characters, and I got to like experience that firsthand, and like I cried. Like, I was so sad. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is the end of this for now. And whether my dad's gonna be or not, my dad was crying because
No, I wasn't.
he was, because and like I think just for like people that have grown up with this movie like my dad has, like my dad's had Star Wars around for such a long time, like it was just a really nice way to end it. Like, do you not agree?
Yeah, it finished very well.
It was very
much
good.
better than it could have been.
Yeah, because everyone says like Disney ruined Star Wars, which I disagree with because I love Disney. But I think they pulled it together. And in the cinema we watched The Last Jedi, The Force Awakens, and The Rise of Skywalker, and just seeing the difference between The Force Awakens and between The Last Jedi and this movie, like they really like pulled it out the bag. Like they knew what they had to do. And it just was written. I just think it was so good, and it didn't feel like 2.5 hours. It didn't feel like it dragged. It felt like the perfect amount of time, especially considering we watched it at 2 a.m. I just thought it was so good. I literally can't fault it.
I think it's time to say goodnight.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's any other things I need to cover in a review. I made like a list at home. Oh, favourite character. My favourite. So watching all the movies, it's really hard because like the porgs were there and they were so cute. But I think my favourite character in this movie alone, The Rise of Skywalker, I'm split between Kylo Ren and Rey, because Kylo Ren has such a good character development. Like, I love villains. It's always been my thing. I've just loved villains, and I love seeing them go to the light side. I love them seeing that development. But Rey was just such a strong female lead with like no faults in my personal opinion, and you don't have enough of those these days. We have a lot of damsels in distress, and she wasn't a damsel in distress. Like, she knew her mission, and she did leave her friends a bit, which I think was a bit unfair. Like Finn, like, oh, what did Finn want to say to Rey before they almost got like sucked in the sand pit?
We just don't know.
I know. I think it's that he loves her, but who knows?
I think he quite likes Rose.
Me too, but I think he loves her. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe, who knows? Or maybe it's that he feels the Force now. I don't know. But I think Rey was my favourite character in this movie just because she was such a strong female lead and she really brought it all together, and I just feel like I just think she's a really good role model, and she just didn't give up and she knew what she had to do and she did it. Who was your favourite character?
Palpatine.
What?
He was the best one.
How can you...
He teaches you, if you don't first succeed, keep on trying.
Even if you're a zombie ghost with no eyeballs.
Correct. He was brilliant.
He was...
I'm
not going to lie, that was quite impressive that he built... I want to know how he built all that up.
I think it was obviously the Sith homeworld, which we get to see for the first time.
Yes. We didn't even know that existed, did we?
We did.
We did. Oh, we did.
But that's probably from the other stuff.
Like the Rogue One, Solo,
Clone Wars? Sort of Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, but yeah.
And I like that they couldn't just get there. They had to get the box triangle thing to get there.
Yes.
I thought that was quite cool. It wasn't an easy thing to do. And I also like how many people came together. Like, when all the ships came, like, I was like crying. I was like, oh my god, that's so cute. Like, everyone just still loves and supports them. I just thought that was epic. Because Poe was like, I'm sorry guys, I've let everybody down. And then the universe just brought it all back together. It was just great. A few final things to add. I did stay awake for the whole movie, which was quite impressive. Tear factor, cried a lot. I can't remember when I cried, but it's just like tears the whole time. Cried seeing how upset Chewbacca was about Leia, like that hit me in the feels. Cried when all of the spaceships came at the end. From the rebel scum. Cried at the actual end. Cried in the credits. Cried at the beginning because it was kind of scary. I just cried a lot. It was very, very good. Wasn't there any areas where I was confused, which for me is really good because I do normally get quite confused at some films, but this film all made sense to me. I think it's the perfect end to the trilogy. Upon reflection, not the best Star Wars movie, but in the top 3 out of the top 9. It's the best of the sequel trilogy, but not the best Star Wars movie. Will I watch it again? Yes. Oh, I wrote down to rank all my favourite Star Wars movies, including this one. Okay. Even though it's 3 a.m, I'll do this right now because I love you guys. Okay, so best for me, this is just me personally. You may disagree. We can all have our opinions. Look at my goggles. I look like Maz. This is epic. Okay, in my personal opinion, I'm going to rank the Star Wars movies trilogy in this order. Episode 5, Episode 9, Episode 4, Episode 1, Episode 6, Episode 7, Episode 2, Episode 3, Episode 8. And on that note, I think it's time for bed. Please do let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section down below. Like, I really love it to hear people's opinions. Like, I would just love that so much. I keep forgetting things. It's really hard to review a whole movie. When Chewbacca died, very sad. Very, very, very sad. I feel like I forgot so many things. I also really hope that this movie doesn't get a lot of hate because it doesn't deserve it. It was an emotional, thrilling and satisfying finale. That is what I personally very much do believe. I don't really know if this was a very good review. I feel like I missed a lot of things, but I need everybody to know I really love the movie. I thought it was epic, and that's what I have to say. Okay, bye. Also, this is like my first time going to midnight screaming and doing a proper movie review, so I do try my best. I'm so sorry. I actually can't fault this film. I'm like really trying to like balance my review, but I can't. It was just I just think it was great. I think Ray was amazing. I think whoever wrote it, they did a very good job, so go them. Disney obviously pulled out the bag, Legends, but we know they do that.
Too many Star Destroyers.
Yeah, a bit OTT on the Star Destroyers, but other than that, very good movie, very well executed it. Ray was a superstar, love her the absolute most. Cannot fault this film. I would like to know what everyone else has to think. Maybe I'm only seeing one side of this. I'll be interested to see what my thoughts and feelings are once I've read everybody else's opinions. But as of right now, like for me, if you know me, Princess and the Frog is my favourite film. Now closely followed by Frozen 2. This is up there. Like this is like third or fourth place now. It was just such a good film. So on that note, please let me know your thoughts and feelings down below, or feel free to Instagram DM me and we can talk all about this. And I hope you all have a super magical day. Do you have any last comments?
Thumbs up from me.
May the force be with you.